tonight on Newsbeat.
To me, the only pathway forward for our group right now is to stick together.
The Tigers look for a comeback against the Razorbacks. LSU's newest program looks to curb the nursing shortage, and students are leading a cleanup of the community. All this and more, Tuesday Newsbeat starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Tuesday Newsbeat. I'm Kai Hamilton.
And I'm Chancellor Anderson. Happy Mardi Gras.
Tonight, the LSU Tigers return to Baton Rouge after a disappointing loss against Georgia.
Sports reporter Shannon Larkin is outside the PMAC with more. Shannon?
Thanks, guys. Tonight, the LSU Tigers take on the Arkansas Razorbacks here at the PMAC at 8 p.m. LSU is coming off a tough loss against Georgia last Saturday, where the Bulldogs won 83-71. The Tigers are currently 2-9 in SEC play and 14-9 overall. LSU has recently been experiencing some offensive inconsistencies and bad shooting stretches, causing scoring droughts that have been frequent in their recent games. LSU only played Arkansas just a couple of weeks ago, where they lost by 4 points after struggling from the three-point range.
Yeah, I think just sticking together. Obviously, there's great disappointment in where we're at from a record standpoint in SEC play. Certainly not where we envisioned being at this point. But as I just shared with the team, to me, the only pathway forward for our group right now is to stick together.
It's quiet now, but that will all change in the next 3 hours as LSU takes on Arkansas for their SEC matchup. That's all I have for you at the PMAC. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Shannon. Want to do your part in making the LSU campus beautiful? Lucky for you, student government gives you the perfect chance to do so. With so many students walking the lakes, it's very important to keep it looking beautiful. Yet, litter is always in sight no matter what. LSU student government hosts monthly cleanup events to pick up litter around the campus. Students get trash bags and walk around the lakes to find litter and throw them away in nearby trash cans. Students do their part in making the campus clean and doing their part in preventing people from littering. To the monthly events, you can still do your...
There's a lot of trash cans on campus. I feel like people don't realize that. Whenever you're walking to class, just make sure if you see some trash, I always just pick it up and then just hold it until you find the nearest trash can.
Even if you can't make it to the monthly event, you can still do your part by picking up trash you see and keeping this campus beautiful and clean.
I don't know about you, Kai, but I have really weather.
Me too, Chance, and I really hope it's here to last.
Well, our weather correspondent Cassidy Chapania is here with the forecast. Cassidy?
Thank you, Chance. Yes, let's take a look at tomorrow's weather. Early in the morning, we will see lower 60s going into upper 60s, eventually at noon going into those upper 70s, and we will see a high of 80. Now, we will see some morning fog in the morning, but we'll see some evening sun, so it will be a pretty day. With that sun setting at 5:50, those temperatures will start to go back down into those lower 60s for the low. That's all I have for tomorrow's weather, but stick around for the 7-day forecast. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Cassidy. Recently, the U.S. has been facing a nursing shortage, but LSU's new nursing program is trying to turn that tide.
Charles Fletcher has more as the program enters its second semester.
Behind me is the hospital lab where students practice their nursing skills to prepare them for a real hospital setting. This is all a part of the new traditional BSN nursing program that was implemented by the LSU School of Nursing last fall. Some of the activities that students do are learning how to take vital signs like heart rate and blood pressure and assess patients from head to toe.
I'm getting to work with, what are those, cadavers, mannequins. I can make all my mistakes now, so when I get there, I know exactly what to do, I know what not to do.
There are two main reasons for this program's birth. The first was already stated, to address the nursing shortage in Louisiana.
And so all the healthcare providers within the state is continuing to need more nurses. And so that is a continual challenge for us, is producing enough nurses.
The second reason is the Baton Rouge campus is where students want to be so they can get that college experience, especially the younger students, rather than having to drive all the way to New Orleans every single day or relocate. Students are required to take 37 hours of prerequisite work before they apply for admission into the LSU Health Science Center. Then they have the option to spend 3 years either here on the main Baton Rouge campus or here at the LSU Health New Orleans School of Nursing. The program is overall making tremendous strides. Soon, all this construction you see here will be built into more space like classrooms and simulation labs.
They're building us a permanent hospital lab with high fidelity simulation that we use in teaching. In addition, they're building us a cadaver lab because we're right now having to use the Rathbone lab with kinesiology, so we're running out of room.
The vision is to accommodate the growing number of students applying so they can stay in Baton Rouge and get all their resources and nursing reps in a way that makes them comfortable. Reporting for Tiger TV, I'm Charles Fleischer.
Phase 1 of the construction is scheduled to be completed in August, with Phase 2 set to be done in November. And next at 5, students are preparing to enjoy the Mardi Gras season and all that comes with it.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The freedom to live in safety. That's an American dream.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love, you're mine.
Love?
You're mine.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded. Be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
love.
You're mine.
Welcome back. Let's get into this 7-day. Like I said, tomorrow we will see morning fog and evening sun, but it will be a pretty day for the most part. Going into Thursday, it will be mostly cloudy, and following Friday, it will be partly cloudy because we need to pay attention to this weekend. We will have some evening rain on Saturday at a 80% chance. Going into Sunday morning, it will be morning rain at a 60% chance. And on both days, we're expected to see higher 70s going into those lower 50s to upper 60s at night. On Monday, it will be a sunny day with a high of 71 and a low of 57. And going into Tuesday, which I will talk about with the Mardi Gras forecast, it will be 73 and 59 with partly cloudy weather. Now, speaking of Mardi Gras, this is the Mardi Gras forecast for Baton Rouge. Earlier in the morning, it will be 57, going up into those upper 60s. During the morning hours and around 3, it will be 72, which will see that partly cloudy weather. Going into 6 and 9, those temperatures will start to drop with that sun setting at 5:55 and that low of 60s in the nighttime. That's all I have for you now. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Cassidy. Mardi Gras season is here, and Louisiana National Council of Negro Women at LSU reminds students what it means to be safe while having fun. With Mardi Gras season underway, the National Council of Negro Women at LSU is helping students stay safe while celebrating. The organization hosted a Mardi Gras safety event featuring fun, games, and engaging conversations focused on parade safety and personal awareness. Through interactive activities and open dialogue, NCNW hopes students leave prepared to enjoy Mardi Gras season responsibly.
Together, it was combined 7 orgs, so I think it was good to get people connected, and it's right before Mardi Gras, so we want to make sure everyone's safe and have like a broad, like fun event, but then talk about Mardi Gras safety in the end, as you saw. So.
Safety is always a part of the Mardi Gras season as Louisiana embarks this experience.
Sexual health is an important topic on college campuses across the country. Here at LSU, the Student Health Center has put their own spin on the topic. Jessica McFadden has the report.
Sexual health is a common topic in college students' daily lives. The Student Health Center hosted a carnival on Friday about sexual health through carnival games. LSU Wellness Coordinator Carly DiLorenzo explains how her idea for the carnival came about.
Students are always in lecture classes, and so I wanted to give them a hands-on learning, so how can we do that with sexual health? I thought of making some classic carnival games and taking them and putting a sexual health twist on them to make it more fun.
The Consent Carnival had different stands, like trivia about sexual wellness and even balloon popping, mirroring condoms. Consent is important in relationships. Without proper consent, campus sexual violence rates increase every year.
It has to be freely reversible, it has to be informed, and so my main thing with wanting students to know about consent is to know all of the little things that go into it, to make it true, informed consent.
Indulging in conversations about sexual health with either friends or a partner can improve your mental health. Conversations like these can bring more clarity to any underlying questions a student might have and might make them feel less nervous or scared.
It doesn't have to be something stigmatized or scary to talk about, because when we put that fear on it, that's when people don't talk about these things and where we don't know what true consent is, or we don't know how to get tested for STIs or how to have safe sex.
Consent should never feel like it's peer pressured and forced. Both people should want to take the next step forward in the relationship, not just one. With events like the Consent Carnival, students should have more insight into their sexual well-being. Tiger TV, Jessica McFadden.
If you still have questions about your well-being, the Student Health Center is open from Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
You can make an appointment online at lsu.edu/shc.
And after the break, a new exhibit at the LSU Art Museum is taking a look at how AI and art have intersected.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The freedom to live in safety. That's an American dream.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love, you're mine.
Love?
You're mine.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded, be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
Love.
You're mine.
As artificial intelligence becomes more present in everyday life, it also makes its way into creative spaces.
A new exhibit at the LSU Museum of Art reflects on how that shift can reshape the world. Addison Swanson has more.
When asked, can you create better art than a human, AI responds stating it can work quickly, combine styles, and never fatigues. But it doesn't state that it is better than humans. The LSU Museum of Art and its over 30 featured artists all provide different standpoints on AI and art in its new exhibit.
Some artists see it specifically as a tool and they're very comfortable with it. Other artists see it as possibly infringing on their copyright, possibly taking away from the human touch, possibly taking away jobs.
Using textile styles, artists in the gallery vary from using AI itself to spark ideas and make templates for the pieces, or making statements about AI through their own art. Artist Kathy Nida strongly opposes AI in her piece titled "AI is Not My Friend."
It's not being creative. And that's, I don't even use a computer to make art at all. I have friends who do, and that's fine. But I don't, it's taking from all the other artists out there and making something from that. And I don't find that to be a creative process.
With AI being virtually everywhere, it's not a question of when, but how it should integrate into the art world. Opinions on this can be shared at the exhibit.
We have these response stations, and it's really fascinating because we are allowing the visitors to tell us if AI is a tool or a threat. And they can write out their responses. And we're also asking visitors if it should be included within the art world.
The exhibit is on view from now to May 10th. Be sure to stop by, see AI's effect on art, and maybe even change your opinion. This is Addison Swanson reporting for Tiger TV.
LSU students can view the exhibit for free during museum hours and take part in a larger conversation surrounding AI's impact.
Next on Newsbeat, Cassidy Trepanier has the forecast for the parades in the Big Easy.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The freedom to live in safety. That's an American dream.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love, you're mine.
Love?
You're mine.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded. Be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
love.
You're mine.
Welcome back. Let's look at Mardi Gras forecast for those of you heading to New Orleans. On Friday, it will be partly cloudy, and where we really need to pay attention to is Saturday and Sunday. Now, there will be evening showers for Endymion, and it will be around an 80% chance. Going into early Sunday morning, that percent will drop down to about 60 to 40%, but there will be morning showers on Sunday. Now, it will be clear for Bacchus that night with that high of 69 and that low of 58. Monday and Sunday will be pretty with that high of 69 and that low of 60 for Mardi Gras. And that's all I have for your forecast.
Well, Cassidy, it's a shame to hear about that rain Saturday night, but it sounds like it will be a nice day on Mardi Gras.
Yeah, Mardi Gras Day is my favorite personally, so I'm excited about the good weather, but on Endymion, I am sad about the rain. What are y'all's favorite parades?
Rain, sleet, hail, or snow, I think I will still be at Endymion. It's my favorite. What about you, Kai?
Yeah, I've got to go with Super Cruise, and I love the Zulu coconuts, but nothing beats that Mardi Gras king cake.
And nothing beats that under the bridge experience. If you know, you know.
Well, that's all we have for tonight's Newsbeat. To keep up to date on all the latest things LSU sports and news, follow us on social media at LSU Tiger TV.
And be sure to tune into our live broadcast every Monday through Thursday, live at 5.
Until next time, I'm Kai Hamilton.
I'm Chancellor Anderson.
And I'm Cassidy Trepanier. Have a great night.